Hey, happy Monday. Happy Monday, right? It is Monday, right? I'm so excited. Thank you, Mixology. I guess some of my other moms would be here. Queen Diva would be in shortly, but my girl Mixology in the house. Thank you, baby girl, so much for stopping by. Um, I don't think I'm gonna be here very long because I don't feel good. It was so cold in my office today. They running the air conditioner, and for some reason my nose just kept running. So I'm gonna take me a Benadryl and try to dry my nose up, and get me some good rest. But I'm so glad to see you, Sugar Wugger. So, but we got so much to talk about. You know, I have I've watched a little of the beef sector to see what's going on. I've been running here and there. I watch a lot of community walls, and I'm gonna tell y'all about community walls. That's very important. And when people, name drop, sometimes we should go watch other content creators that's not in this sector so we can really see what's going on, especially with this new wave of this organization and these people. So we could be real clear and we don't spin false narratives. I think Jamila and I did a good job last week balancing it out, making sure that we didn't spin false narratives, because I see something a little deeper. And then I tell you, I have a source who always let me know what's going on and been here for a very long time. And so people seeing it, it appears like the beef sector is being set up, but then my source wrote me and said, actually, the beef sector is not so much being set up. The beef sector have opened their doors, which again, doors, the invisible doors, and people have come over. Hey, Real K-Fit. I meant to tell you, baby, congratulations on your new show. I'll be there Wednesday. I was last week. That's why I was speaking to you, and I said, I don't think the Real K-Fit saw me, but then I saw the double hearts. Thank you, Regina Ray Black. Tay Bay, thank you for being a member. So we have a habit of saying the beef sector is set up. So they corrected me and say, no, the beef sector, the people, the content creators over here really sometimes step in shit and they can't clean their shoes because they make other people content just like people make us content. And a lot of times we don't do research. So false narratives, have been spun and people are running with it. But I was in two very important lives today. I never dropped down, but I hung up in the bushes because I wanted to hear from other sides too. so I can be unbiased. And a lot of times, hey, Clyde broke again, baby. Good to see you. A lot of times it's hard for you to be unbiased because you like, certain content creators, and because you say you are part of a sector. Now they started the B sector 2.0, and I think that would include, you know, air quotes, Mz.Teavalocity, but I've always told people I stand alone. I'm not going to keep placing emphasis on that. However, I am over in this area, but when it comes to me being a free thinker that I am, and me trying to be unbiased, I truly, truly do. So the warning signs, I was told not to come down here and say anything, not by my source so much, but by, my sister Queen Diva. She said, no, Tiva, let them find out for themselves. I said, no, Diva, I think they need to know. It's not a matter of somebody being afraid or somebody, trying to spook people, but it is what it is. Sometimes we don't do research on people that we let sit at our table and that we entertain, and they don't always have to mean us any good. Now, no one has personally done anything to me, but because I got the warning, hey, Cruiser, because I got the warning, I made sure I was very observant of what was going on and all the new people coming in and how they was coming in. And because my source was so on point of telling me just how they were going to come in, that I paid close attention to it. And now it seems like the end. Thank you, Regina. Okay, thank you. That the last person that my source told me will come in, and when all the shit will start, that was the person has entered this area somewhat. Now, let me tell you a little bit about some things. For now on, I'm just going to stay in my lane and keep shit to myself. Whatever happens to people out here, content creators, will happen. Hey, Royal Court. You know why? Because sometimes we have people, that's a part of what they call the beef sector, right? The beef sector, part of our sector that don't take heed to shit. And they say you doing conspiracies, you spinning narratives, you doing this, you scared, you don't want to beef, you don't want to. That's not the part. I mean, that's not the point when it comes to me. Sometimes you just got to let people fall. Even like with your kids, you want to tell them the way, you want to prevent them from, experiencing certain things you have experienced or experiencing the rough world out there. But a lot of times, hey, Dominique, you just have to let them fall flat on their face. And I think when it comes to people over here in our sector, that's what we have to do. Do your own research. So I was sent a lot of links, and I was watching community walls, and it was a lot said. And it was some serious shit said. And I think that people just need to go explore for themselves like I did. Like yesterday, I wasn't in the beef sector too much because I was trying to get bits and pieces and watch community walls and listen to different content creators about some things was going on over here. So I'm just going to sit back and watch it play out. Do I think that everybody should be in fear? No, I think some people should just be cautious with who they let sit at their table and who they break bread with. That's just me. We got a lot of wolves in sheep clothing on the YouTube, in this YouTube world. That's because they can do that, because we really don't know who these people are. We don't know who they are. Some people are protected by avatars. So unless you know them, you don't know them. So we do have that. And yes, I do think that people would like to see other people, fall, or channels get snatched, or something bad happen to them. I told you how I felt a couple of weeks ago, and that feeling hasn't gone away. If I see particular people, some shit happen to them, I wouldn't feel no kind of way, where for some people I feel sad and have a little empathy and compassion for. For some people, I wouldn't give a shit. And I'm beginning to find out that this is just a place, and people just put more emphasis on that. Hey, the beef sector podcast, oh, it's just a virtual world. Why do y'all take it so serious? Well, the virtual world is really controlled by us, by content creators. Yeah, by us, Google. So what we put on here could be detrimental to some people. And yes, when you start fucking with people family, I feel real different about that. I heard a content creator say today, well, in the beef sector, they don't do this, they don't do this, they don't go after people jobs, they don't go after people family members, they don't do this, they don't write yes, they do the same over here, but some people just level up. I always said people have, some people are connected to other people that can get a hold to your personal shit. Nobody wants their privacy to be invaded, but it seems like some people don't care. So, like I said, some people have connections. Hey, under new, won't forget you down. Some people have deep connections. Hey, Queen Diva has entered the room. They have deep connections. Everybody who do that doxer stuff, connections aren't that deep. Some go levels up to make sure they destroy you. So I just say for the beef sector, just be careful. Watch who you break bread with. From this point on, even if somebody sent me a deep warning and I feel down in my spirit to warn, hey, go out there, send out this warning. No, they go say, hey, she's a conspiracy theorist. I heard Ness say that. Another conspiracy. I guess she compared me to read. Everything is not a conspiracy. Some shit is for real, but it's going to be my job just to sit back from this point on and watch people step in shit. And whatever happens to them, happen to them. And that's just the way I'm going to have to do it for now. Hey, Free Thinker, thanks for joining me. I appreciate you. So with that being said, I want to talk a little bit about YouTube cameras live. I saw bits and pieces of YouTube cameras live, the other day. And it was really, really, kind of wild over there. But you can't tell people, again, you can't tell people how to run their panel. And she had a little kerfuffle over there. But I noticed it's interesting people are now jumping on other people's platforms and they having a lot to say. And I think they're voicing their opinions. They're giving their commentary on this group or these people or whatever. And I think that some of us should just listen. You don't have to drop down. You don't have to drop down. You don't have to engage, but you should really listen because everybody don't have the liberty of getting legal, having, legal ramifications for when things are done to them that affect their real lives. So I'm just going to say that. Hey, Sheffy, boy, you trolling the hell. Hey, like with Jamila. I saw you this morning and I noticed you were in one of the chats of somebody I was taking a look at this morning for a little while. I'll be bouncing back and forth everywhere, just trying to get bits and pieces of things that's going on. Now, for me, myself, I'm going to always protect me and my family at whatever cost. Again, I'm going to always protect me, my family, and I at whatever cost. I don't have to play with YouTube like that. But you guys should make sure you keep your eyes on people community walls. People community walls say a lot. They write whole books, manifesto. They just write a lot of shit on their community walls. And I think we all should just keep an eye out for some things like that. That's the most I will say when it comes to these organizations. Now, remember, you got the ops, you got the pros and the cons. You have different people who will do their, hey, just read my book, baby. You have different people who will spread narratives to suit their needs, right? So if I'm against Jamila gonna make videos and she gonna say as much negative shit she can about me. And I'm gonna do videos and make, say much negative shit about Jamila to make sure you side with me or you don't side with Jamila. You see what I'm saying? So that's all that's going on now. But whenever people do that, there's some truth in there. And so it was a lot of shit going on today and on community walls. And I listened to, like I said, I listened to several videos I tried to catch up on. You just can't catch up on videos when you have like people doing 6 or 7 hour lives. So sometimes I just red ball it and go to a part where I see a large, group on the platform and different people on the platform. Hey, Miss 313, baby, how you doing? So let me tell you something. You make your choice. I made my choice. You make your choice, because I think that people are not taking heed to a lot of shit. That's what's going on. And I'm just going to leave it like that. I'm just going to leave it like that. I don't care about who channels get taken. I don't care about who families get done. I'm not going to even, tie myself up into that, because people don't care about themselves, because they would approach this entertainment application in a different way. A lot of, hey, Dr. LaShanya, a lot of people say, oh, they just scared. No, some people are wise and smart, and older people tend to be less, invincible. They know they have experienced some shit. They can see some things. And so these younger people they think nothing can happen to them. They invincible, right? That's the right word, right? So I just think that for some people, they just need to be careful. And I was very, very shocked when I saw videos with people dropping names. Now, let me tell you, when people do this name dropping, especially in a negative way, again, I believe over here I coined the term dog whistling. That's dog whistling. That's alerting people to you so they can either do a couple of things to start beef with you, or to alert that person to attack you, or just to run your name in the dirt so you look a certain way. So when they do all these name dropping, I kept hearing these particular names, and I was like, damn, they basically saying, hey, they were sicking, some other people, or alerting other people to particular people. And that's what you need to be careful of when people start them damn dog whistles. It's almost like attack that person, get that person. You right. When you have nothing to lose, you act up the most. That's the truth. And some people don't have anything to lose, right? So they don't give a shit. So it's not a conspiracy thing. Is a fact that I was warned a long time ago just how to move when certain groups of people start coming over here. They warned me. They had been around these people for years. They had seen the behaviors of these people, and they know what they're capable of doing, and they know what will happen if you rub them the wrong way. Should you be scared? Ooh, the boogeyman. Boo-boo. Nope, you should just mind your goddamn business. And that's all I want to do, is mind my business. But the name droppings, when you start dropping people's name, I start to question your purpose of your video and why you're doing certain things. And are you trying to get people to recognize other people? That's what name dropping is. Even if I say, yeah, I was with Megan, I was with Cardi, we was all together, and I just hang around, you would think that I was in that caliber. Come on, you guys, let's get these likes up, right? I'm name dropping them so you can think what? I hang around celebrities and I'm that it girl and I'm the shit, right? So when people name drop, that can happen in a positive way or a negative way. And it seems like YouTube camera, and I really want to say this because she's sweet as pie, would hate anything to happen to her. But again, everyone on this application who has signed up with Google, who's earning a Google AdSense check, who's able to come on here and hit their lives, or either to communicate whatever way, to engage in chats, they are grown. They are responsible for themselves, and they have to be accountable for anything they allow on their platform. So I can't tell people who to allow on their platforms. All I could say is be very careful of inviting people to your table to eat when we really don't know certain people, because some people don't mean you any good. But I heard her name a lot of times. I heard her name. I heard Sassy's name. I heard several people's name in each chat I went to. It was like, damn, they keep dropping their names. I don't know what they're involved in, but I wish those sisters well. And I know Sassy's smart, and I know YouTube camera smart. Sometimes we just don't know that people is more clever than us when they trying to get at us. And that's just the fact of the matter. You know, wait, why is YouTube cameras and my sister and YouTube cameras not feuding? My sister is good with YouTube camera. What are you talking about, Wu Chow? My sister and YouTube camera is not feuding at all. Are you mistaking my sister Queen Diva for someone else? Please hit that like button. So I'm gonna get more to this, but please hit that. Okay, she's talking about Diva One. Queen Diva is my biological sister. Queen Diva is my sister. Please make sure y'all tap that diamond. It doesn't cost you anything. Somehow people are saying they not get my notification. So please, if you're capable of sharing it out, hey Michi baby, share it out. But so let me get back to this. So they dropping, these names, and so now it's telling other people to pay close attention. So just be careful what you allow on your platform. And that's all I could say. Be careful what you allow on your platform and who you allowed on your platform. But again, every content creator is accountable for their own platform. But I could see that people are trying to get some shit mixed in. And then I heard a video last night that was sent to me as well that said, so perhaps some people are somewhat getting lined up, but I'll let them figure that shit out on their own. Just keep your eye out because it's some weird energy. It's some weird energy around us. Again, let's just use this as an entertainment app. Just keep it on YouTube. But again, we don't know who we really dealing with because there's so many people behind avatars and we don't know who really likes us and who dislikes us, So it's not Queen Diva. They talking about Diva One, yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. Now, just remember this. Anything that comes on YouTube, you could make commentary out of. If you put it on YouTube, most people are going to talk about it. Some shit is beginning to be just not worth talking about it. It's just not worth getting yourself into a little kerfuffle with some of these people, So yeah, I guess it's newsworthy. You could make clicks and views. You could have panels. They could go wild. They could go ballistic. They could bring content. That's the entertainment. We all looking for drama, but all money ain't good money. And I'm going to always say that. And I'm going to go to my grave believing that all money ain't good money. Now, I heard Ronnie Q got into a little kerfuffle with the well-known Miss Thang. Miss Thang. Miss Thang. I heard Ronnie Q got in a little kerfuffle with her. Now, I didn't see it. I must have left before that took place. Hello. Honest Row have Shakim, his real name to put on the BT tickets. Oh, my gosh. I'll talk a little bit about that. So she must have got into it with this lady, Miss Thing, and Miss Thing and her is going back and forth. And Miss Thing must be, hey, Geechee girl, baby, it's so good to see you, sweetheart. I hope all is doing well with you. So I guess that they are going back and forth or whatever, like I said, I didn't see it, but I heard a little clip of it. So I can't really elaborate. Hey, real Mama Fifi, elaborate on that. But what I can say is this. People was going, why don't you strike someone's channel? Strike her channel. She must have been playing Ronnie Q's content. And some people were saying, Ronnie Q should strike her ass. Just strike her channel. She playing your content without your consent. when you strike someone's channel down here, and correct me if I'm wrong, you have to give your real identity. You have to give your real name and stuff. That's why some people don't strike other people's channels. They don't give a damn because they really don't want to reveal who they are. And when people are trying to put you up to strike people channel, now here's something real. Once somebody gets your real name, it's a wrap. See, so some strikes aren't worth it. Some strikes ain't worth it. Just leave that shit alone. Just ask them kindly, don't play your shit. But if you go to strike them, then YouTube asks you to put your real name. And so that's why some people don't strike pages. And I don't blame them if they don't want to be revealed. It's not worth it, you know? So people will boldly see that, but also people can do that shit to try to walk you into revealing who you are when they don't really know who you are. And they don't want to have to go through the work to really find out. They'll walk you into you revealing yourself because they will play your content. So if you don't want your real name out there and your information, don't strike the form of manipulation. And I'm watching that. So now remember, you allow people to play your content. People play your content without your authorization. And you also play people content doing reviews or whatever you guys. Just be careful with that because that could be a setup. That could be a setup as well. Striking pages, you know. So be careful. Let's talk about chat rep. I told you I'm not gonna be here. Sheffy, I saw you in here. I saw you in here. How far are you from Maryland? I don't know who you talking to. I don't know who you talking to when you asking them how far they are from Maryland under new management. But Sheffy is doing a lot of trolling, and you know, I feel some kind of way to a certain degree. She's a big troll too. But I feel some kind of way only because I've been observing Sheffy just saying shit, just trolling. You know, ever since Sassy raised that money for her, and Sassy's good with it. Sassy's good with it. You know, nothing against Sassy. But it seems like Sheffy has come out here and just start trolling. She just wilding out, and people are really getting mad with Sheffy, and they feeling some kind of way, you know, and they had already felt some kind of way about Sassy raising money for her. But you know, I think Sheffy, you need to chill a little bit because it somehow, you know, it seems like Sassy really cares for you. Sassy did a good deed for you. And it may be funny to some, but I think it's rubbing people the wrong way. I think it's rubbing people the wrong way because they said, you know, perhaps she'll take the money if somebody really send it for whatever stuff. But I think she's on her way to Vegas with whatever she has. If anybody decide to give her something, they can give it to her. I was talking to Jamila the other day, but Sheffy, stop some of the trolling because it doesn't look good. And I know, sweetheart, you don't mean no harm. You know, I'm excited you're going to Vegas. I think you're going to bring good content. But stop the trolling. Slow down on some of the trolling because it's putting a bad taste in people's mouth. And then they'll start going after, you know, Sassy. And I think you and Sassy both could handle it. But she took enough ass whippings a couple of weeks ago. And I think you just, you know, talking to Jamila. Oh, you talking to Jamila. So you know she's not gonna take her dog with her. However, I had a dog and I've traveled. I got granddog, and I've traveled a lot with my dogs. And no, I didn't put my dog under the plane. I paid for my dog to ride under the seat. As long as my dog was in a bag and, you know, a breathable bag, she was able to ride on the plane with me right in front of me. They don't have to go under the compartment, the luggage compartment or the storage area. That's not true. You have to pay for them to ride on the plane with you, and it could be very expensive. Good salute to you. And my dog used to really, really have a hard time when it was time for us to take off. So I would give her a Benadryl. And I would always have a blanket and lay her on me. By that time, she was tired. So Lexus would lay on me and they wouldn't really know it was a dog because she had, I gave her the Benadryl so she could go to sleep because I remember when we first flew together, she was shaking. She was real nervous, making noises. She was scared. So I decided to give her, the vet said, give her a Benadryl. And she did go to sleep. And I just would put her on my shoulder, on my chest, as if she was a baby in the baby under a baby's blanket. And they really didn't know until they came to bring snacks, and her nosy ass will raise the head. When they say, oh, pretzels or cookies or whatever they say, she knew words like that. Dogs are very smart, you know. They're very smart. And she would lift her head like, oh, I didn't know it was a dog. But they never said anything to me. I flew the same airlines, so it depends on the airline. But that was just a troll move. I don't believe she's going to take a dog. I wouldn't advise her to do that. But yeah, she had a cage. I had her just in a little, carrying bag, like a duffel bag. And I would just put her, they say under my seat, but I will put her in front of me. I would put her in front of me. But Sheffy, stop all that damn trolling because people really thinking you serious. Anything you do down here, people gonna make content. That's why I said good, bad, or indifference. People don't like you and don't like Sassy, they gonna drag the shit out of you. Because they gonna say Sassy did all that to raise money. She caught that hell for it. And now you around trolling people, which she don't have a problem. She really is annoying. I defended her on your channel. Yeah, I remember how Lynn. Yeah, I remember that. Then she turned around and made me look crazy. She doesn't have a clue. Well, she's a grown woman. I don't think she's slow. I think she plays a lot. She trolls a lot. And that trolling shit for me just don't cut it. That's why I had the problem with the Shakim guy. I just don't like all that playing and shit. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm just too old. Maybe they remind me of my young son when he used to play all the time. Me and my kids play with each other. But yeah, I think that trolling gets to be a little bit too much, So I know she's not taking the dog. I don't even know why she did that. I don't know if she, I don't even know. She's petty and trolls. Yeah, Miss 313, I'm blessed. Tears are running down my face. What's going on, Ray Black? You got some good news? Well, every news can't be shared here, whether it's good or bad. Nah, too much is too much. Yeah, she's doing too much of that shit. And it's making, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, back up, Sheffy. Stop all that trolling shit. You know, just enjoy yourself. Go to Vegas, enjoy yourself. I'll be glad when that's over and something else, the Vegas trip, so we all can see what it was really about. Because I don't think we know what this trip is really all about. We really don't know who's going. I heard a lot of people are jumping into, I'm going. We going, a group going. I just hope that everyone has a great time and no shit start from it. You don't have to be around each other. You don't have to be around each other. Well, I told you guys, I just decided, Queen Diva told me to just keep my mouth closed. And I was just going to keep my mouth closed and come down here and just say, hey, y'all find out for yourself, but y'all better really, pay attention to what people are saying. There's a lot of shit going on. How it's going to play out, we don't know. Life with Jamila, sis, that was a lesson I learned. I will keep my mouth shut going forward. She doesn't know when to stop. Yeah, sometimes we just can't say shit to people, you just can't. I realize too, Miss 313, everyone on here is grown, but you got some people feeling some kind of way. Think you need to, yeah, they feel some kind of way. Some people think the Shakim guy is all that funny and stuff. Oh, he's so funny. He just cracks me up. He just do. I think the shit would roll until me and one of my good Judy's talked. They said, you know what? I don't think Ro got shitted on at all. And let me tell you why. And then they started telling me why. And I said, wow, you right. Ro, each time that he did a live, the little bit I saw looked like he was having the time of his life. Yeah, he was disappointed that Shakim didn't show up because that's who was supposed to meet up with him. And he sounded like, hey, Snoop didn't sound, but it sounded like he had a ball. And when I saw him in the camera with that lady saying that was his new friend, I was like, One day. Okay. And it sounded like he was having a great time with that new lady that he had met down there. So Ro made lemonade out of lemons, and that was a good thing. That he actually looked like he was enjoying himself, and I was glad for him because yes, I do believe that he thought it was more to it, and he expected Shakim to be out there really with being BET or whatever, and that didn't take place. That did not take place at all. We all knew that. And I think some people was concerned. I think I'm a sucker for when people get played with or people get used or people get scammed. I just think I hate to see that coming from anybody, and especially our own people, is damn, why you do that, but again, Ro made lemonade out of lemons. He sure did, because he's having a great time. I think he got back home today, or he's headed back home, but it sounds like he had a good time by himself, meeting people, and that's what it's about. I remember when I used to go out by myself. I would go out by myself. And they say, you going by yourself? I say, yeah, I'm going by myself. If I ain't feel like wanting to be with a girlfriend, I wanted to go out and have a drink, I would go out by myself because I knew that I could converse with anyone. No matter what they were talking about, most likely I had some knowledge of it. And if I didn't have knowledge of it and I couldn't sit there and converse with them, then I would just go ahead and mind my damn business. But I would sit down, have me a drink, and get me something to eat and talk to whomever. It didn't matter, because some people are good conversationalists. They can do that. And so you kind of outgoing, even though Ro looks, a little timid and shy. He did well. He did well by himself, and I'm glad he did. I wish he wasn't so trustworthy, but then again, we don't really know Ro's full intentions either. I'm hearing some things. I'm hearing some things, and I'm inclined to believe them. However, did he think something else was going to happen? And it did happen. But even if it didn't, he looked like he having a good time, right? So that's all I count. Authenticity is surely lacking these days. You can't be anyone else. Everyone is taking these individuals afraid to live the truth. That boy Kimmy is people like him. Now, he's never been over here and disrespected me, but I've seen many, many, many times that he have outright disrespected other Black women over here. But again, I have to worry about myself. People warned me and warned me and warned me about the chaos demon. She's going to disrespect you. She's going to cuss you. And I'm like, no. And I was having patience. Not once did I ever think that she wasn't. I just didn't know when it was coming, because I watch people behavior. I study their behaviors. And sometimes I'm compassionate, and it takes me slow. It takes me slow to react when I'm trying to be patient and, a little empathetic and compassionate with people that I see some other things are going on. But that gentleman is really, really cussing. But I heard a video today where he was totally different. I was like, wow. So who are we really getting when they come over here to the B sector? Who are we really getting? Are we really seeing the truth? Are we seeing personas for them to act a certain way, and they could say that the same about us, to act a certain way so we could be more receptive of them? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. May have been a little bothered, but baby, he is living. I don't think it was not long. Yeah, me too. I think Ro is having a good time. Sorry, Jamila, I may be behind. I may be a little behind. What was the good news for Ray Black? I don't know. Other than she woke up this morning, I don't know what it was. But yeah, so yeah, and it's fucked up because people feel some kind of way. I felt some kind of way, you guys, and I felt bad at first. But then when I thought, yeah, Diva, Mixology, they just not wanting to tap that like. It's 125 people here. I felt bad, but then when I saw he was trying to make lemonade out of lemons. I thought you go ahead, Ro. Now people call him slow and stuff like that. Maybe he just a little naivete and gullible. They the same. Maybe he's just like that. Ray Black, I'm Team Ray Black. Thank you for always supporting me and my sister. Yes, thank you. Thank you. He doesn't act that way in the Mo3 sector. They get his boot. See, that's something I noticed too. I noticed that when I go to other places, a lot of times I don't drop down. And the other day, Jamila and I was up here and up on this platform, and I said, yeah, that's why sometimes I don't like in the clouds. Jamila said, no, I love it. Me too. I don't know what the hell I was talking about the other day, but we don't know who's up in the clouds. But you could best believe if you say something about someone hanging in the clouds and they're a content creator or they a subby and they could carry some shit and make something, hey, yeah, baby girl, and they could make something of it, that's what they gonna do. They'll drop down on your ass quick. And because you talking about them. I don't care when you talk about them. So hanging in the clouds could be good. Hey, yeah, baby, what's going on? And so thank you, Ray Black. He doesn't act that way yet. So he don't act that way in the Mo3 sector. In fact, I was over on Coolin's. I was up in the bushes. I might have dropped down, say hi to Coolin, because Coolin used to be over here support me. Not to say she doesn't support me now. I'm just saying I know she used to drop down. So I'm thinking this. He knows how to act in other places, but over here, he talked so bad to a couple of women. I was freaking shocked. I was like, damn, look how he talking to her. Look how he talking to the women over here. Downright nasty. Now he really get downright nasty with people that he have a beef with. He has a beef with. He'll get downright nasty with them. But I heard him talk to a couple of women like that over here. And I was like, damn. But they still, they like him. They was saying how, they like him, and he's hopping all around here, and he's still a part of them. So, like I say, he has never disrespected me. I don't have anything personally against him. I just don't like the way he talks to people. I really, really don't. I don't like the way he really disrespect women. But he's very, very disrespectful. He's blatantly disrespectful. He is, but he has never, ever been disrespectful to me. But again, just like the Chaos Demon, I said it was a matter of time, and everybody was sitting there, and some people could hardly wait for me and the Chaos. Oh, I'm sorry, baby. Me and the Chaos Demon to fall out because they already knew it was coming because you watch their behavior. It's just a matter of time. It's one thing about this younger generation. If they say, especially on this fucking application, it's not just the younger generation. Hold on. It's people on here, period. They are quick to disrespect you and talk shit to you. And I think the reason why that is, and y'all please don't get baby, I think is because they watch us disrespect each other. And when I use the word us, I just use B sector people, content creators in general. They have watched so many women over here tear each other down and talk shit to even younger people, and younger people talking shit to them. They feel right at home. No one corrects them. Yep, that's what I think it is right here. Right here. You talk shit like that and you're on YouTube, but you wouldn't talk shit to those people on purpose. In front of their face. But you'll talk shit on here. This YouTube have given people a lot of fucking balls. Hold on, y'all. They've given them a lot of balls, baby. They real gutsy. They talk plenty of shit. Because for me, and I'm not talking about me personally, but for me, I know for a fact if my sons heard somebody talk to me the way they talk to me or my daughters, I already know it would be a fucking price to pay. I already know that for a fact. Oh, okay. Thank you. Oh, I got you. That's what I said too. Is what they want us to see. That person I'm talking to. Exactly. What do they want us to see? Okay, so, but I know for a fact that some, hey, Red Afro, I know for a fact that if my daughter heard somebody talking to me the way I was talked to, I know I probably would be bailing my daughter out. There would be no other way that I could stop her, you know. But these people have created this barrier, this YouTube barrier, and they're very disrespectful. And for me, a woman of my particular age, I don't fuck with disrespect like that. I just don't, because I respect you and I believe you should respect me. But this shit over here is a little bit too much for me. It's a little bit too much for me. You know, they just, you know, the level of disrespect out here is crazy. But that's not only on YouTube. Y'all, come on, think about it. I'm telling you, when them little girls came to my house and called me bitches and was talking shit, I said I would never have done. My kids would have never talked to no one like that. And I'm not tear their ass up back in the day. You know, they wouldn't be corrected. I would never, but that's what they do here. Shaquem seems to me energy. I see people come at him and they cry foul when he comes out. Okay, free thinker. I guess that's what it is. I guess that's what it is, free thinker, because I've seen him, you know, get off on people that, you know, who hasn't really said too much. But again, I'm not everywhere. I don't see everything. I just know that he came over here different, and it seems like now he's real triggered and easy to cuss these folk out, especially the women. But he's not the only man over here that do it. Is other men too. And if they like it, I love it. Because I'm not going to let nobody talk shit to me. And I'm going to still support you and kiss your ass and hop around and jump around with you. I ain't going to let people talk to Diva any kind of way. I ain't going to let them talk to my mods any kind of way. And I deal with them. It is what it is. There's levels to this shit. There's a level to respect. If I don't disrespect you, just because I don't say what you want me to say it, or don't say how I like you to say it, or that don't give you the right to cuss me like that. Like I said, free thinker, you saying he matches energy, and that could perhaps to be the truth, you know. But I've just said, in my opinion, what I've seen, he's really gotten nasty over here, very, very disrespectful. But again, I don't know if they have disrespected him to the level where he talk like that. I've never had a problem with him. But again, I'm not exempt. A lot of times people, again, will respect you when you respect them. And once you cross the line, then they'll just disrespect you totally and continue to disrespect you. I was more scared of what my mama would do. The village back in the day, maybe look at the parents. Yeah, that's true, because these kids out here is something else. I've always picked with them, I will be honest. Oh, so he cusses you out too, Yaya? So Yaya says she's always picked with him, so maybe that's why he cuts you out, Yaya. I didn't hear him cuss you out, but chameleons adjust to the environment they are in, and Shaquem is a virtual chameleon. Okay, good observation. We not letting you talk to Mz.Teavalocity. No, I'm just not gonna play that shit. Shock gonna catch some hand. Maybe he won't catch no hands, because remember, this is a virtual world, and that's why it's so easy for people to disrespect you, talk shit, dox you, do everything you want, because 9 times out of 10 they are not in close proximity for you to do anything to them. You could go after them legally, but then you would have to really stay the course and make sure that they have done something that will warrant legal ramifications. Just calling me a bunch of bitches is not going to, you know, cause me to do anything legally. So, but I've heard him, I would never call you out of your name no matter what, but some people do. I'm absolutely sick of people getting on here making threats and slandering others like nothing's going to be done about it. But the rubber is going to meet the road. Well, here's the problem. Just read my book. The rubber hasn't meeting the road. You know, it hasn't as of yet. And that's why people do the shit they do. You know, Now, right there, Cruiser. Right there, Cruiser. I wouldn't want anything like I said. I want to make this very, very clear. Shaquem hasn't done anything to Mz.Teavalocity. Anything. For me to want anything bad to happen to him, for me to warrant, anything, nothing like that. The only thing I'm talking about is I have seen him get off on here now. I've seen him get, and that right there alone is dangerous. Is dangerous. You never know who lives in your close proximity. Be careful on here talking shit to people because you don't know. Some people could reach out and touch you. They don't believe fat meat is greasy, but tell me if I need to delete. No, mixology, no. I wouldn't want nothing happen to me. He's always been, and it's not like he's been around here, or he come on my platform, but he's never showed me any disrespect. I'm just saying I watched, him a couple of places and how he disrespect women, and but I don't, what? In all honesty, I'm not too sure that I've seen a lot of these men that talk shit to women, talk too much shit to men. I don't think I've seen a lot of that. Now, the men over in the beef sector, yeah, he shows me respect. Like I said, he hasn't disrespected me, but I've heard him, really get off. Now, the men in the beef sector, we have the majority over here are gay, and they hate uppity baby. What's going on? They go after each other when necessary, but I've always said that I think sometimes for me as a woman and a woman of a particular age, I think sometimes the men come really harsh after women. But again, is equal opportunity over here, is equal rights. You put your mouth on them, they're going to put their mouth on you. Point blank, period. And they don't care how they do it. But I've been over bushes in other areas, and I haven't seen men really get off like that, like they get off over here. I hear so many say the same exact ish. Say I'm this sector. Did you see the KR and read on Bree? Yes, I did. I'm not capping for Shaquem, but I didn't like, and I've told Free Thinker, I don't know if you was here. I know you wasn't my mind. I don't know if you was here, but I also said I didn't like the way KRN did Brianna. Nobody gives a shit about what I care about. They just go do them. See, when you say, and this is the policy over here, this is the policy over here, you can't tell people how to fight. Whether I like it or not, whether I make commentary about it or not, you guys, they're going to do the same thing that they've been doing. Who the hell am I? I'm just stating that I don't like men to talk to women with the level of disrespect they do over here. That's just me. That's just me. And maybe because I've never had it before. I didn't say you capping for Shaquem. You doing a good little dance, but you're being fair. You're being fair, baby. I'm telling you one thing, and you saying, well, here's a different perspective, Mz.Teavalocity. In my opinion, let me say this: people are going to do whatever they want to do. We can only control what we do. It sometimes doesn't matter what you give out. It doesn't necessarily mean you get it back. Okay, that is true, and I know that over here. I know that. That's a great point right there. I know that over here as well. It doesn't matter how much you disrespect somebody. If you say the least wrong thing, is so much better. It's so much easier for you to get clicks and views if you cuss someone out instead of come to a mutual agreement and talk to them and converse with them and try to. The drama is what sells over here. It is what it is. And you're right. It doesn't matter how much I may respect someone else. That person don't give a damn about respecting me, and I can't control that. You absolutely great point. You and Free Thinker both. And that's why I don't complain about one person and not say anything about my fave. I don't know your fave. Oh yeah, I don't have no Like I said, great point, Regina. That's a great point. We only have 75 likes and there's 167 people here. Um, Please take a minute to like my video. Just like the video. Just like the video. That's all. Listen, one thing I like about over here, I like about in my home, everyone is entitled to their opinion and say their perspective. I'm never going to go against you in reference to getting all upset, cussing you out, blocking you. Nope. Everyone is entitled. I like independent thinkers. You make me sometimes stop and think, oh, that was a great point. Jamila and I did a live the other day, and Jamila was hosting me. I did the live. Jamila was hosting me. She didn't agree with a lot of things I said. Not a lot, but some things I never once said, oh, no, you can't think that way, Jamila. Well, that's what you think. This is what I never once did I disrespect her or her point of view, and never once did she disrespect mine. So we can do that here. I appreciate y'all telling me your perspective is always welcome here. Thank you, Uppity Negro. Is always welcome because I want people to always continue to be independent thinkers. I don't like group thinkers. I like independent, and I like people to show me a different perspective. That's just what I really like, because I don't see everything, and I only know the way Mz.Teavalocity feel. But if you say something and I go, I never thought about that. I never thought how many people cuss them out, because I don't be everywhere. You guys may see more than me. I'm only going on what I observed, and it's my perspective. That's all it is, right? From what I perceive, what I saw. But I like that. I really like that, because y'all go, no, Mz.Teavalocity, that's you. So Yaya just told me. She says she cussed Shakim out, or she tease him all the time. So he may have cussed her out. I didn't see that part, right? I didn't see that part. But maybe I saw the part where he was just cussing her at somewhere. I don't know. And again, you don't know what warrants other people to disrespect you or cuss you out like that. I just know for real, y'all, this is YouTube. This is YouTube. If it happened in real life, things would be handled a little different. I can't believe y'all doing me like that. Please go out. Don't just sit up in the sky and hate on me and not, or just listen. Please just tap that like. That's all I'm asking you. I'm not asking for much. I'll give you a minute. I even gave you a little pump it up. You getting hella aggressive with the like request. Well, hey, listen, I haven't been here in a while, and I have to be aggressive, Duchess, because I'm not in the algorithm. People keep saying they missing, so I might be having time with the having a problem with the algorithm, because I missed like a week or more on here, maybe a week or so. And so I have to be aggressive with the likes. I'm not down here begging. You can't just put your finger on those likes, huh? On that like button. Thank you, baby. Thank you. Thank you. I'm dropping this link. These people can watch the same thing and come out with 3 different perspectives. It's all about perception. You are absolutely right. That's why you can't disrespect people perspective, because we could all watch the same movie and you're right, come out with a different version of the movie. Talking about movie, I watched Secret Society 3. It was a good ending. It was a very good ending. I enjoyed that. Secret Society was on Tubi. They had it on Amazon to pay for. I watched that, and now I'm going to watch You, Anna, and Yellowstone, because people telling me to watch Yellowstone and You, Anna. So I got to watch that, right? You, Anna, Diva. Some watch subjectively, objectively, and just for entertainment, right? You know, and I don't mind that, money. I don't mind that. Hey, DC Kool-Aid, I will do that, baby. I will do that. I have plenty for you. I have plenty for you. That's DC Kool-Aid. Y'all need to check out her videos as well. She's been here a long time. She used to host bingo, but she stopped. Thank you. So Your Honor, yeah, Your Honor. Did you like it yet, Duchess? She says she liked my video. You know, Duchess is my antagonist sometimes. It is what it is. But we also have a slot channel that DC and I are developing. She comes down here and we play slots, and she's the editor. She edited the clips and she put it on our slot channel. I wish it was a way. Diva, do you know, or Regina or Monty, somebody, you know, could drop our slot channel? Because DC Kool-Aid. Oh, DC Kool-Aid. If I drop the link, you could put it in the back. I love DC Kool-Aid. Yeah, we play the slots. And I went to play. And also my oldest son took me to the casino the other day. And I got a lot of footage for us. Yep. The other day, me and my two older children went to the casino. I absolutely love a person that thinks for themselves and know how to give their perspective and can appreciate others without. Thank you. Yeah, I know it's hard sometimes to disagree with people here. Okay, Stacks Max, thank you. Much love from Austin sector. All right, thank you. I appreciate when people say no, Mz.Teavalocity, or they just tell me a different perspective. I really do. I like that. It makes me think sometime, you know, because I don't see a lot of videos, you know, in its entirety. I just take clips, you know. I try to go where I see the panel sometime. So if I don't know everything in context, then it's really hard sometimes for me to come down here and do commentary. And I know it's been a lot happening. It's been a lot happening around here. I do know that. Like I said, I took a little break and was watching, you know, Tubi yesterday. And of course, I watch slots every day. When I get off here, I'm going to go watch me some slots. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Monty, what's up? Oh, mixology. I think you back in play now, right? But I remember what you asked me, so I will shut up. I will shut up. Mama Tiva just thought about it. So that's our channel. Can y'all please go over there and join our channel? We are upcoming casino lizards. No casino. We trying to get our casino channel off. Please subscribe to, oh, that's DC and Lisa, but that's Lisa and DC as well. That's Lisa and DC. But DC is actually my slot partner. Hey, Lady Tia. Lady Tia, hello, my love. Lady Tia, I like that you hit panels and you actually ask good questions and also give good commentary on what you see going around here. I would love to hear your perspective. Hey, Real Mama Fifi, I thought I spoke to you earlier, baby. I would love to hear your perspective on some things that you see, because I think you really are unbiased. I agree with you. That requires to be a free thinker. You must respect your own opinion, but have no issues with someone come back in their own opinion. Nothing. You know, I like to have a round table. I would like to meet a group of women. Thank you again. I would like to meet a group of women that wouldn't mind joining me once a week. I just have to pick what day of the week and discuss other issues, discuss other things that go on, other than, you know, things that's happening in the beef sector. Now, I know that I'm in the area where most of the people want drama, but I have solid people, you guys, and don't always want the drama. They want a place that they could kick back, relax, that they could talk freely and not be criticized, not be cussed out, you know, and that's not happening on all channels. I'm just saying they want a little different. And I like to get us to a place where we could come on here and have like a girls talk. Don't have to be girls. It could be men. You know, we could just have a conversation. I really do. It could be any topic. We would just have to research. Okay. We just have to research, you know, and then we could just get into the topic, because most people, hey, Iris, baby, what's going on? Most people should have the mind to be a free thinker, and they would want to converse with people who would stimulate their minds and inform them. I watched a video today, and I'm not going to tell anyone to go over it, but it was very, very informative. It helped me develop my perspective about something. And that's why I said that so important, you guys, for us to get out of here, just this one area. And maybe you don't want to watch certain people, you don't want to go, but you need to, so you could gain your own perspective, so you could stop being. And I'm not, please, before y'all start throwing daggers at me, I'm not saying everybody. So it'll be more easy for you to be a free thinker, a free thinker, you know. Like people for who they are, not because someone likes them or don't like them, vice versa. Get to know people, get to know, sources of information before we come down here and start spinning narratives. Narratives are very, very powerful depending on who they're coming from. And if you don't learn to go do your own research or go other places to hear other people's views of it or to hear other people's sides of it, we're just going to get stuck in believing what somebody freaking comes and tell us. Like I said today, I was in a very, very informative live. I couldn't stay, but I came back at a crucial point that made me go, now, me and a good Judy of mine, we kind of disagree on some things. Again, my good Judy is my balance, though. My good Judy is my balance. But I was in one, and they think one way, and I think another way, and it's okay. We've been good Judys for a while now, probably since I've been on here. I met them through here. We've been good Judys for a while, and they have never led me astray. We have, in most cases, we don't see eye to eye, or let's say we have different perspectives, but we respect each other's perspective. And I see something one way, and my good Judy sees it another way. Okay? So I respect that. Maybe on Wednesday, wind down, talk with T. Yeah, we could do that, Iris. Listen, we could definitely do that. We could definitely do that. We should come on here, talk about. I have some other things other than crime. I have some health stuff I just want to talk about relationships. I want to do something else other than talk about beef, even though this is what's selling, they say, the most. That's not always true. That's not always true. You have to get your support. Over here, you have to just grow organically. And the reason why I know it's not just all the time beef, because even when I stop talking about the beef, I still have 153 people over here. Either they waiting for me to say something wrong, or they waiting for me, or they just enjoy listening to me, or for whatever reason, they're still here with me. So I have, to some degree, I have a core audience over here that don't always who don't always want to listen to beef. So if it's 4 or 5 women, I know Kimberly Black sometimes don't have always. She's pretty good. Regina don't hit. Queen Diva's good. Monty good. Jamila, it is. Iris saying is a good idea. Perhaps she'll take to the platform. If you guys throw it out here, we can get it going. Let's just stop saying we gonna do it. And I'm bad at that. Uppity is good for conversation. I'm bad at that. If you throw it out here, let's just get it going. If you see something, Jess Andrea is great at sending me clips on IG. She sends me clips of a lot of things that's worthy to talk about. I wanted to talk about the couple who had adopted the Black children and was making them slaves. See, you guys just know about that couple, but there's a lot of couples out there, as well as good people who adopt little Black children or little Caucasian children. We don't know everyone's purpose, but there's a lot of that going on. That's their purpose, is to take them and do what they will. Just like the trafficking, People have an agenda, y'all. People have an agenda, and it's not always good, And when it comes to adopting children, some people are adopting those children. Lady T, I forgot about you, baby, too. When it comes to adopting children, you have to really want to do that to love. You have to want to share your love. Everybody is not doing it for that purpose. So I was really sad to hear about that with those Black children. I didn't get a chance to talk about it, but please, please believe there's a lot more out there that's going to it. Okay, so my cousin has been here a year. My cousin's been here a year, and I'm gonna tell you a story. But I didn't know my cousin was here because she has a job with the government, and she has been overseas living her life, right? So she came here, and somehow she talked to another cousin of mine, to two cousins of mine, and they said, "Oh, so and so lives in that area." She said, "She do." She said, "Yeah." She said, "I didn't know that. I've been here for a whole year." Right? So my cousin been here for a whole year, got a great job, and she was telling me, she said, "Yeah, cuz I came from so and so, the government brought me back over here to work, and I'm working doing so and so. I'm so glad I met you. I wish I met you. I'm so glad I found out you here." Of course she met. "I'm so glad I found out you were here. I didn't know I had any family here." I said, "Yeah, cuz I'm here. I've been here." She said, "I know they just told me." So my cousin commenced to tell me that these people brought her here, and not brought her as to bring her, but they made an agreement that she could live with them, with this particular lady, and it was her in-law, and that they would have this house. She purchased this home, and my cousin went in there and with the intentions and with the thought process that, hey, I'm going to help build this house and we're going to live nice. So she did up the basement and stuff like that. She invested in it because she had a little she invested in it, and she made it nice like that. Then the lady decides to move her brother in and put my cousin basically out of the basement. I'm gonna get to the job. I'm gonna get to the point I'm trying. And so then my cousin said, "Well, I went up into this big room and I made it up nice." The lady ended up mistreating her, just totally mistreating her. So she said, even her daughter, my niece, she said, even my niece, come to me and say, "Auntie, I sure don't like being with my mom. She's always been mean to me." And my cousin says she remember how she treated the little girl. Well, I'm saying this when I talk about the adoptive and the foster care. She adopted the little girl and treat the girl like shit. And my cousin said, "I noticed how my niece wanted to be up under me all the time, and I would see how she would treat her, but I couldn't say much. But now the little girl is like 18. And so when my cousin moved out, she was really sad." She said, "But the lady has always mistreated her and been mean to her. And she adopted her from another country." Yeah, they was like from another country. They foreign. She adopted her and treated her like shit and continues to treat her like shit. But you adopted this kid for the wrong reason, because from what my cousin said, she never have displayed displayed a loving mother or a relationship with the little girl. So I don't know her purpose of adopting her, but my cousin moved out and the little girl was so upset, And when the mother approached and said, "I don't know why so and so moving out," she said, "Because of the way you treated her. You treated her like crap, the same way you treat everybody else that walk out of your life." Ain't that something? So you don't know. People adopt kids and I don't know if at one point their intentions are good, but and some people intentions aren't good and then they stop loving them. Yeah, do it for the money. Yeah. A lot of people do it for the money when they get in there, but then some people do it out of love because they do want to foster these kids and love on these kids. But she's been mean to her, and so my cousin finally moved out and from the lady. She said, "But when I was talking to my cousin and I couldn't understand, you make damn good money. Why didn't you find your place from the beginning when she started treating you like that? She couldn't listen. She didn't cook in the house. She didn't cook in the house. She had to be in the house by a certain time. The lady didn't want her to park her car. She just started treating her real grimy, real grimy. And I'm saying, you made good goddamn money. Why didn't you leave? Why didn't you just leave? But finally she left. She called me. She just come from doing an assignment somewhere else, and she called me and told me she moved. And I told her I would be over there. But everybody don't do things for the right reason. And that's what we have to keep in mind. And so when I heard that story about the little boy, the family who adopt those kids, there's plenty of people out there. We just don't always hear about it. So there's a lot of stuff that goes on in our community that we could talk about. You know, there's a lot of abuse cases out there. It's a lot of trafficking. It's a lot that we can just go in on, you know, that I'm sure other people have a lot to converse about, what they see, you know. Yeah, modern day, yeah, and trafficking. Mm-hmm. The agencies will tell you they don't care if you are doing it for the money, and that broke my heart. Damn, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, it's a dangerous thing to mess over children. Oh yeah, they shall listen. Anything we do, any energy we put out there, no matter what type of energy it is, we're going to reap what we sow. Even if it doesn't happen to you, it's going to happen to your lineage somewhere. It's going to happen. You shall pay the piper. You know, she could get her money back. Wait, she can get her money back. She put in the house. Now, my cousin didn't even care. She just walked away. She was glad to be free. But when she started breaking, she ain't no young girl, you know? I'm like, how the hell you allow somebody to treat you like that? You know, I could see if you didn't have money and you were trapped. But you know, we discussed the credit, we discussed the savings. You know, I don't know how much but she had the means to do something better. I don't know why she waited so long, but I'm glad that she has her own place now. She don't even want the money, Ray Black. She don't want the money. She just wanted to leave, and she never told the lady she was leaving. But the lady went in her room and saw her stuff packed up. And she said, "Oh, you leaving?" And she said, "Yeah." she, she said, "Yeah," but she didn't know she was leaving that soon. I didn't even know. The thing now, they calling it them undocumented crime. Shit, a month ago, I had to leave my state out of control. Nah, I cut ties quick in the 24, no time for the dumbish. Oh, wow. What? I don't know what you mean by that. The thing now, they calling it them undocumented crimes. Shit, a month ago, I'm kind of confused with that statement. There are mothers leaving their babies alone to go on vacation, their own children. Yeah, there's a lot of sick stuff that's happening out here. You know, with people who have children, that if it was me, I would say that shouldn't have children, but they have them and they do some mean and harmful shit to them, you know. Yeah, they leave their children to go on vacations, leave them in the house, and just do all kind of crazy stuff. So yeah, I agree with you. There's a lot of cases out there, y'all. There's a lot of cases of things. You know, they are female breeders. Look at Regina, they ain't mother. They're female breeders. You know, it's just a lot of stuff that goes on. Like I said, I would have loved to really tap into the crime, you know, lives and stuff. You know, doing a little bit of crime. It's so much work. It's so much work for me, and I didn't have anyone else really to help me to go grab a lot of stories, but I watch a lot, you know, and it's some sugarty going on. And there's a lot of relationships where the men are unaliving the women. Hey, y'all remember the girl Lex Bergini, the one who took her children, I think her 5 kids, and left them, and we really don't know where she left them because it wasn't with DPS, and she was all over the place. Well, I decided to follow her on IG because I wanted her to come over here and I wanted to talk to her. Again, I'm not a bigger content creator. I don't have that mass audience that people will like who's looking for attention and to get their name out. But let me tell you something. I follow her. And now I see, I knew back then, I always thought the story was leery. I was like, nah, chick, you just don't want to be bothered with your kids. You just want to be free now, but you had those kids. But I see her and she's everywhere, y'all. She's making all kind of videos. She just posted her and this other woman. I don't know who the hell is other celebrity. If she was a celebrity, she was at the BET Awards. So my thing is, you just got to a point where you didn't want your kids. And the reason why you came out here and you did it like that, see, you was always vague about what you did with your kids, Lex. She was very, very vague because she had everybody thinking she took her kids to DPS somewhere and just dropped them off. That's not really what she did. If you notice when she was questioned, for those people who followed the story, you notice when they was questioning this chick, she never told us who she left those kids with. She just say she know they in good hands. She could see her kids. When she get ready, she'll get back. Hey, Rico, what's going on, baby? She would get back her kids and stuff. It was no problem. They was in good hands. And we saw her making a video and she was all in her car, and then her sister brought out food. So I was real leery with this chick. I said, nope, she just got tired of her. And let me tell you the good thing, the flip side to this. Here's the flip side to this, right? I'm glad she just took them wherever she took them, because at that point, you let me know that you were tired of them. And when you get tired of kids and you feel as though that you can't live your life because you have this attachment, these 5 little attachments who you decided to lay down and have, you will start resenting them. And when you start resenting them, you could start doing them harm. So I'm glad she had some type of emotional intelligence to give her kids to whomever she gave them to. And you go live your life. You go live your life because that's what you wanted to do. Every time I turn around, she's in a goddamn IG video with somebody else. She all at the BET experience and everything. She posting every minute. She went on everyone's platform to tell her story because she was trying to get notoriety. And that's the way she did it. I don't believe for 1 minute that chick just got so upset, so bogged down, so overwhelmed that she didn't want her kids. You gave them up because you wanted to live a free life, a children-free life, and you did the right thing in that aspect. But as a mother, and you giving birth to those 5 kids, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit to me because you should have stuck it out. You had those children, but I see you young, and you had them young, and you wanted to live your life. And I had my children young, and I know sometimes how children could really be overwhelming for you. I've had days where my kids stayed up all night crying because and I had to rock them all night and get up and go to work. So I know sometimes those situations, but never once had I ever thought to give my kids up. Not ever once but some people will make that decision, and that's why they have places now, you all, that you could just go and drop your kids off. You could drop them off and say, hey, listen, unfortunately, I would hate these words to come out any woman's mouth, especially when you decide to have children. Hey, here you go. I don't want them. I'm overwhelmed. I don't have no place for them. She has so many holes in her story. Again, she has so many holes in her story that I never believed it after I heard the story a little clearer. Yes, I got licensed, and when I was in my class, the woman blatantly, we don't care if you are doing it for the money. Oh, damn. That's terrible. Never heard of her. Tell us more. Yeah, and I asked the lady to come join me. That's why I'm glad they are now criminalized false ACS call. People know what goes on and will still do it because they mad at the parents. Some people do. Hey Rico, how are you? Uppity, they need to start arresting these AC workers as well. Well, if you in there not doing your job, then that's another thing, Uppity. That's another thing. But anytime that someone calls and make a call like that, they have to answer the call. It's their job to go in there and investigate. And if nothing's going on, that's what they close the case and say, hey, I didn't find anything. But anytime a call comes through to those agencies, they have to investigate. That's just protocol. That's what they do. So people can get mad. People can make false calls. Now, what they could do, they could be on alert if they getting these false calls from the same number or the same people. You know, they could go out once, but to continue to go out, if they didn't find something wrong, they know those calls are being falsely made, and then they could weigh judgment on that. But anytime a call come through DPS, I mean, what they call them, DS, ACS, all those names, we call them different things in different states. You have to answer the call. You have to take it serious. Now, I have had in my situations, as far as I told you in my early learning, I have had parents being called on and nothing was happening, and they come in and they investigate and they ask me and I document and different things. And I used to work in the school, and I've had them come in there and I had to document and show different things, answer different questions, and they have found things to be true. I have had children where they come in, they do the big investigation, and the allegations weren't true, and they just closed the case. Oh, I used to love the wind down Thursdays at the harbor, but Miss LA is somewhere else now. We got to hook up. Hey, now. Yeah, I used to go to the wind down Thursdays. Are you trying to say you saw me there, Miss LA? But they had it on the harbor. They had it on harbor. They had it somewhere else too, but I think they did away. Hey, Miss LA. Salute to the good grandmothers and grandfather. It does take a village to raise kids. I would rather my grandchildren, even though I don't have, it was several red flags about her, Rico. Even though my grandchildren don't have children, I would rather them bring them to me. And in the community, especially in the DMV areas, Yaya and them, if she's still in here, or anybody living in the DMV area, Miss Ellie, you notice we have a lot of grandparents raising their grandchildren because of certain situations going on. Yep. Wait, do people remember the movie Precious? I never watched Precious. Let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you a little fact about me. I can't watch pictures about children getting abused. I have a tough time watching that. I couldn't even watch Roots. You know how people watch Roots over and I just couldn't watch. It's hard for me to stomach that people were getting abused because of the color of their skin during slavery time. I had a hard time when they told me about the movie, what Precious was about, and I chose not to watch it. I just did. But you're right. It depicted, from what they said, it depicted reality, and that evil does exist, and sometimes we wonder why. But light must exist with dark. Evil must exist with good. It's just the way of the world, and it is what it is. But it pains me to even watch movies like that. My neighbor had stair steps and she wouldn't stop. She just kept having them and having them and having them. Wow. In the same way, certain things I cannot watch. Yeah, you the same way. Yeah, I can't watch certain things. Yeah, I can't watch. It was just a horrible movie. Yeah, just now. Hey, baby, thanks for joining me. You and who else? Sunny B. Hey, Sunny B. Make sure y'all hit that like button. I just can't bring myself to watch movies like that, you guys. I just can't. So no, I didn't see Precious. I was a young girl when Roots came out. I watched a little bit of it, and even as a young girl, I couldn't continue to watch it. I can't understand why people just abuse and mistreat people like that. Why do people do that? Even right now in my adult life, I just wonder how people could be so mean and evil and hateful to do something to anybody. You know, I didn't watch The Color Purple. Diva gonna tell you, I didn't watch that. I'm telling y'all the truth about Diva will tell you I'm gonna pull Mz.Teavalocity's black card. You guys, I don't watch a lot of shit. I've never been a television buff like that, but I definitely don't watch that stuff. Like I said, some of those things I don't watch. The movie Precious was made from a book called Push by Sapphire. The book scared me deeply, so I definitely wasn't going to watch. Yeah, I think it's just horrible. And I can't see a mother treat their kid like that. Just no. You know, if you're in this area, I say you know a lot. I wish I didn't. But I believe they put movies out there to set agendas. That's a good point too, Rico. A lot of this stuff is to set agendas, but a lot of it could be eye opening too for those who think shit don't go on that really goes on. But I believe that Rico is an agenda as well to a certain degree. You know, I truly, truly can't watch movies like that, you guys. I can't. Hey, Ned. Thank you, baby. I appreciate you for stopping by. Make sure you tap that diamond. Yeah, I can. So y'all can pull my black card like Diva always says. She said, you don't watch none of that. I really don't, Diva. I really don't. I couldn't even tell you about it. But I heard about the movies, but I never had a desire to watch it. Several of them, I don't. These movies speak truth about things about to play in the future. I've always said that, Rico. A lot of things that we see on television that we is actually telling us what the future is going to be about or what's really happening. What's really happening that we don't believe. We don't believe because, for one, we don't research it. Sometimes we just overlook things that's happening. I know in the black families, we've always been told what happens in the house, stay in the house. That's why a lot of black women and men lives in trauma because they've always been told to just suck it up and don't tell anyone. So there's no therapy. Now more and more black people are reaching out to have therapy and counseling and things like this, things like that. But a lot of times we swept stuff under the rug. We wasn't supposed to take it out to the house. And that's what it was. And that messed up a bunch of us. When I say us, I mean African American, black people, whatever you want to call us, folk. It messed a lot of people up because they weren't able to tell. There was no one to talk to. And then what happens? They grow up, and they are abusive in some cases, not 99.9%, but there's a large percentage of people who has been hurt. They hurt other people because they don't have the tools to deal with it. And, they just don't have what it takes. I would love to have a conversation with you one day. Okay, thank you. But many people out here hurting and hasn't gotten help for it. Yeah, they're afraid to talk. They're afraid to talk because we were always told not to talk. You were always told that a man don't cry and a man should cry. Everyone should be able to release their emotions. It's just the way you release it. I believe a man should cry because a man is human. He's made up of emotions. But men emotions always had to be suppressed. And so when they let loose, when they let loose is because their feelings has been suppressed for so long, right? In some cases, but hurt people. That's a true statement, and that's factual. Trauma bonding is big. Even on here, when we hear about some people's stories and what they've been through, instead of us learning and having a conversation about it and doing more to help, we take it and we use it as a weapon towards certain people when they come on here and share their stories. Yeah, but a lot of conversations we do need to have. Well, you guys, I've been on here an hour and a half. I am going to get ready to go. I told you we need to learn and agree to disagree. Yes, we do, Rico. That's another thing. We need to learn to agree to disagree and just keep it moving. Hey, Lori. Hey, baby, how are you? We do need to learn to agree to disagree. Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll look for your email, Rico. We do need to do that. And we need to value people. We just don't value people enough. And I don't know why we are so fragile over here. And when I speak about fragile, I'm talking about in reference to not allowing to or not accepting people differences. We just need to value and respect people difference of opinions. Their perspective is from something they have perceived, observed, and some of them are bound to get along, to go along and get along and group thinkers. But a lot of people, we need to be very, very, we need to value people. We just need to value people more in the real world and on YouTube. With that being said, you guys, I got to get ready to go out here. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you engaging. Please make sure you hit that like button. Please listen to Skillet latest video. Very interesting for the beef sector. Okay, Virgo, thank you. I would. Personal fact, I despise jealousy. It's a form of insecurity within, and I am a believer that it is never too late to learn if you put in the effort. When you know and love self, jealousy is obsolete. Not for some, though. See, Regina, you hit on a good point there. Is insecurities. People jealousy and enviness comes from insecurity because they're really not secure with themselves. Anything that someone has accomplished, you can accomplish as well. I don't care what it is. It's no need for jealousy or enviness. It's no need for that. I look on here and I think about, I told y'all about that co-hosting thing. I just see different. I'm gonna go over there, Miss Virgo. Thank you for helping alerting me to Skillet's video, baby. I'll go over there and watch it. That jealousy and envious thing with the co-hosting and people, revealing themselves. A lot of that shit play down. It goes down like that over here. We need to just love ourselves. Whatever anyone else has, you can accomplish it as well. It's just how hard you work at it. It's just how hard you work at it or how smart you work at it. With that being said, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I will see y'all on the flip side. Be safe, stay hydrated, and I'll see y'all later. I got to get out of here.